Hey guys! So this video I want to look into some of the asteroids that are transiting right now, such as Juno, Lilith, Ceres, and Chiron, of course, and Pallas. That way we can kind of get an idea of how these energies can influence us individually. First, I want to look at the aspects that are happening with Juno. More of the long-term ones, actually. So, let's see. Juno has a sesquiquadrate with Neptune right now, representing the evolving dance. So this is kind of something that challenges our imagination. Representing the third eye and Moldavite. Opportunities here for us since Neptune moved into Aries, right? It's about embracing self-reflection for growth, reflecting on idealized love. And the goals here is navigating confusion and disillusionment, embracing uncertainty for transformation. The affirmation here is I am capable of embracing the fluidity and adaptability required for a truly harmonious connection in my partnership. So your intimate partnership is influenced by the dynamic dance between Juno and Neptune, if you're in one, that is. The sesquiquadrate aspect suggests a complex and nuanced connection between the two. Rather than viewing this aspect as purely challenging or negative, consider the possibilities it represents through growth, exploration, and expansion. This aspect invites you to reflect on the ways in which your idealized notions of love and partnership may clash with the reality of your relationship. It prompts you to question whether your expectations are based on fantasy or a true understanding of your partner's individuality. And I think we're all going through this to some degree, especially ever since Neptune switched. It's almost like the rose-colored glasses came off for a lot of people, and we're recognizing the truths in front of us. And we're taking actions to make those changes, right? But it's a process. Rather than clinging to a rigid vision of what your partnership should be, how can you embrace the fluidity and adaptability required for a truly harmonious connection? So, though it could feel like a rude awakening for some of us that are experiencing these types of things, in a way, it doesn't have to be this catastrophic experience, right? Or we can at least look through the silver lining of things in every situation, or finding the point of the point in between, I would say, to harmonize it. As you navigate the twists and turns of this aspect, you may find yourself encountering moments of confusion or disillusionment. These experiences can serve as powerful catalysts for self-reflection and growth, a catalyst for change. So how can you use these moments as opportunities to deepen your understanding of yourself? Because that's exactly what it's meant for. It's to help us to look within ourselves and what changes need to be made, and also develop a better understanding of your partner or other people in general and the dynamics at play within the relationships. While this aspect may present those challenges, it also opens the door to a profound spiritual and emotional understanding and to more profound connections. By embracing the uncertainty and stepping away from rigid expectations, you can tap into the transformative power of this aspect. How can you bring a sense of compassion, empathy, and flexibility to your partnership in order to create a space where both you and your partner can thrive, and so that it's not one-sided? And that really is what it's about. It's being able to step outside and looking at both parts, both all those dynamics, right, that you have within your life. And it helps you to evolve more. Now let's look at the aspect between I guess I'll only look at the big boys, which is Pluto, Neptune, Uranus, and Saturn. Those aspects there. So Juno, which is in the sign of Scorpio at the moment, also retrograde. That was the sesquiquadrate with Neptune. Then Juno also has a sesquiquadrate to Saturn as well. Saturn in Aries. Balancing authentic connections. So for this one, the challenges are over practicality, and this is where Neptune and Saturn butt heads. That's what also makes it even more prominent of the realities that are coming into play within each of our lives. This is also ruling the throat chakra, and it's obsidian, represented by the obsidian stone. Opportunities here, balancing independence and commitment, aligning personal goals and responsibilities. And it's about creating healthier balance in your relationships to others, setting the appropriate boundaries. Affirmation here is, I am capable of finding balance and harmony in my relationships, honoring my needs while nurturing the connection with my partner. This aspect suggests potential challenges and growth opportunities in our commitments, responsibilities, personal boundaries. Struggling to find the right balance between independence and commitment may lead to conflicts or power struggles within partnerships. So reflect on how you can honor your own needs for freedom while also nurturing the connection with your partner if you have one. How can you find a middle ground that allows both of you to feel supported and fulfilled? Maintaining long-term commitments can be challenging. Find harmony between your personal desires and your responsibilities toward others. How can you strike that balance between pursuing your own dreams and honoring your commitments? Are there any adjustments you need to make to align your personal goals with your responsibilities? Be mindful of taking on too many obligations, leading to stress and difficulty in setting appropriate boundaries. Reflect on the responsibilities you have assumed and elevate if they are truly necessary, or if some can be delegated or released. How can you prioritize your self-care and ensure that you are not overwhelming yourself with unnecessary burdens? Establishing and maintaining healthy personal boundaries is very crucial. Be mindful of your own needs and do not allow yourself to be overwhelmed or controlled by others. Reflect on those boundaries and assess if they are serving you well. Are there any adjustments that you need to make to create a healthier balance in giving and receiving? So that's the opportunity that is brought to us, and also the challenge. Every situation and experience is unique in itself, so we are the only ones that can really assess what is the best action to take. But that's also influencing right now up in the skies. Then Pallas is in Aquarius right now, also retrograde. That is making a square aspect to Uranus. Yeah, so I mean, it's more, that is more the modern day ruler, I guess, because traditionally Saturn is ruled by Aquarius and Capricorn, but when they discovered Uranus, they assigned it to Aquarius. But it's just funny how Pallas is in Aquarius. It's squaring its own planet. Harmonizing contradictory energies. So this is an aspect that clashes the individuality. Opportunities here. Oh, and it represents the third eye, and tiger's eye is the stone. But the opportunities here is exploring your own path, embracing innovative and unconventional thinking, because that's what Aquarius is all about. The goals here is finding a balance within our independence and managing conflicts with our inner rebellion that we feel. The affirmation is, I am capable of embracing new ideas, thinking outside the box, and tapping into my full creative potential to bring about positive change. So this dynamic is a tension, right? It's a tension between the energy of Pallas, representing strategy and wisdom, and the unpredictable and rebellious nature of Uranus. This aspect can create an innovative and unconventional mind capable of thinking outside the box and coming up with unique solutions. Your ability to embrace new and unorthodox ideas may lead to breakthroughs and advancements in your thinking. Challenges may arise in managing conflicts due to a strong inclination towards rebellion and deviation from tradition. It is important to find a balance between our individuality and cooperation. So, another time to reflect on our own energy of independence, but also making sure to try and see the perspective of others. So, but it's definitely a time to forge our own identity and find the fulfillment that we personally want to pursue. All those unique passions and goals that we have in our lives. But it's all about the mind. It's all within the mind. Pallas, all about strategy, thinking, intelligence. With Uranus there, it does bring a lot of the head games. There's a possibility of being more in our head, so it's best to try and balance that energy out for sure. But it's really testing on how we can learn to cooperate with others so that we can all get along. Now, let's look at what is going on with Ceres. Ceres is in... Ceres is in Aries right now. So, that is sextiling Pluto at the moment. Yeah. And that is the blossoming journey. That's harmonizing power themes. Also representing the third eye and the carnelian stone. The opportunity here is cultivating self-nurturing and empowerment, embracing rebirth and renewal. So the goals are finding our inner strength and power, embracing the cycles of growth. So a lot of chapters, karmic cycles are closing out right now. I don't know if you guys noticed this, but lots of big karmic cycles are coming to a close. And it's because of not only the aspects in the sky with the big players like Saturn, Pluto, Neptune, and Uranus, but also with the asteroids as well. The affirmation here is, I am a fertile field, embracing the cycles of growth and transformation, tapping into my hidden strengths and unleashing my true power. Imagine yourself as a fertile field, rich with the potential for growth and transformation. Ceres sextile Pluto invites you to explore the depths of your inner being, embracing the cycle of life and death with open arms. Instead of viewing this aspect as a predetermined fate, consider it as a gentle whisper from the cosmos, encouraging you to connect with your hidden strengths and tap into your true power. So as you navigate the intricate dance between Ceres and Pluto, you're invited to reflect upon the cycles of growth. How can you embrace the inevitable endings and beginnings, seeing them as opportunities for rebirth and renewal? This aspect calls you to release any fears or attachments that may be hindering your personal growth, allowing yourself to blossom and transform in beautiful and unexpected ways. consider how the nurturing energy of Ceres and the transformative force of Pluto can work together harmoniously within your psyche. How can you integrate these energies, cultivating a deeper sense of yourself and your empowerment? Remember that you have the power to shape your own destiny and create a life that aligns with your true essence. So that's what it's about. Then we also have, I'm not going to read the other ones because there are a couple other aspects here that are like 6, 5, 7 orbs, but that's not close enough. I'm just going to go to the ones that are closest in proximity. So that's at 4 orbs. And Ceres sextile Pluto is 4 orbs. Pallas and Uranus is at 3. And then Juno and Saturn is at 3. Juno and Neptune is at 2. So that's really close. Yeah, I think those are the ones I will stick with. The other ones are quite far apart, so I don't think it's as heavy of an influence. Well, that's it. Those are the big players right now. I guess I could also look into the other ones. Eros. Sesquiquadrate Juno. Yeah, that's like at a very close degree. Harmonizing dual desires. This represents the sacral chakra, and it's a challenging aspect, but it's basically an aspect between the asteroids themselves. So Eros is in, what sign is Eros in? It didn't really show where Eros was in right now. It just shows the main ones. But Eros is making a sesquiquadrate with Juno. So that means it's like, it has to be, I think it's within Cancer right now. I think that's where Eros is in. I'm pretty sure that it's in Cancer at the moment. Yeah, let's read that one. Harmonizing dual desires. So this is about balancing passion and commitment, honoring desire and freedom. So the goals are balancing that passion, right? Integrating the desire and freedom. Embracing the delicate balance between passionate desires and commitment to partnerships, finding growth and self-discovery in the tension. You may find yourself caught in a delicate balance between your passionate desires and your commitment to partnership. This aspect suggests that there is a tension between your erotic and your emotional needs and your desire for a stable and balanced relationship. It can create a sense of restlessness within you as you navigate these conflicting energies. You may experience intense cravings for emotional intimacy and deep connection, yet also feel a need for personal freedom and independence. This can lead to a push-pull dynamic in your relationships as you struggle to find balance between merging with your partner and maintaining your individuality. Instead of feeling limited by this aspect, consider it as an opportunity for growth and self-discovery. Reflect on how you can integrate your erotic desires with your commitment to partnership. How can you honor both your need for intense emotional connection and your longing for personal freedom? Embrace open communication with your partner. Explore ways to create a relationship that allows for both individuality and deep intimacy. By engaging in honest conversations and finding creative solutions, you can navigate the tension between these energies and create a harmonious balance in your love life. I think that's another big one that's been affecting a lot of dynamics as well in relation to like karmic cycles, right? It makes sense because now we're getting to a point where we're starting to feel this. There's a certain point where it's like you can't just have all these physical things. Eventually there's this desire for something deeper, right? For actual connection. That's where you want to find the real connections that are deeply rooted in the emotional aspects, the emotional realms. So, because sometimes we can confuse passion and desire and all that kind of stuff with emotions, but really it's not. It's different. It is something much deeper, and it's having the courage to dive deep within the ocean of emotion. Emotional intimacy and deep connection. That is what is being craved. So that's a pretty close aspect. There's a couple other ones too, but I think I mainly just wanted to look at the asteroids with the planets. So I think I'm going to leave it at that. We do have our full moon in Sagittarius coming up. That's going to be, it's going to hit here in my region at 12:44 a.m. On the 11th. So that's coming up. I might as well, do all of my full moon stuff tonight because of it. Sagittarius. It's a big one. It's going to hit my 5th house. My 5th house of fun, creativity, romance, dating, children, all that good stuff. So keep in mind that moon energy, full moon or new moon, lasts for about 3 days before, 3 days after the actual event, and whatever conspires or happens or intentions that happen between that time frame is stretched out and starts to unpack itself over the next 6 months. I hope you guys have a great full moon, and until the next time, peace out.